Slash, my boy, what do you know of Boruzo Zonius? He became known as the Prince of Darkness. He did not come... It was quite righteous, although he was not. He gathered up this artifact called the Flick of Fate. It was a small trinket that allowed him to win the hearts and minds of many followers. I believe you may have the strength to find the Flick. You can find it underneath a hill.
Dangerous?
Incredibly. There were many who died who went in there. Best not do it alone.
You're talking about getting the band back together. You know what happened. They won't even speak to me after our last show. We've lost our mojo. We can't rock anymore.
Never say that the mojo is lost. It's not lost until you're dead.
Well, shit.
Is that Doug?
Onslow? Slash?
We're getting the band back together.
The band?
That's right.
Yep.
If it isn't the best goddamn roadie I've ever seen.
My friends, it's been so long. Dirmund, it's Odon Paparan.
What are y'all doing here? I'm embarrassed that you see me like this.
I got a chance for us to rock again.
Rock again? I haven't sang since she left me.
So you arrive at a hill. It's a low, flat-topped hill. It's only about 200 yards wide, 300 yards long, and 60 feet high. Only ugly weeds, thorns, and briars grow upon the steep sides and bald top. There are black rocks upon the top of the hill, and they are kind of just barely in view for you to look at. And this seems to be a likely location of the hill that they discussed.
It's gotta be here. It's exactly as Master described it.
Oh my god. After all these days, you'd think we would have found it by now. This must be it.
I just lean against one of the rocks and keep plucking my banjo.
Your master, he did not describe the entrance?
It was his dying breath, alright? Give the man a break.
Could have lasted a bit
Or
longer.
his dying breath could have been somewhere closer as I'm panting up the hill.
I think I'm gonna be the next one to die. I'm not used to walking anymore.
I really hope that's foreshadowing.
So how much fighting do you think we'll have to do down there? Because most of us aren't really good at that, if I remember correctly.
Says the guy whipping a rapier around.
I said most.
I've been wrestling for the last 4 years, so I flex my biceps.
We also got this weird crocodile thing that he can eat anyone.
Yeah.
If there's any crates down there, they don't stand a chance.
Well, hopefully we run into a gelatinous crate.
Alright, how would you guys like to investigate around here? What would you like to do?
For any landmarks first, I guess.
Or any unnatural places on the ground, I guess, that may have some trapped ore.
If there's any wildlife around, I am going to try to make friends with them and cast Speak with Animals.
In this location, there is not an animal to be seen. It is, you realize when you start looking, it is creepy. It kind of unsettles you a little bit that there doesn't seem to be not even a single bird nearby.
Is there any, like, what would have appeared to at some point have been a trail? Like a basin of hill that's kind of worn down more than the rest?
You take a look around the hill. Most sides of the hill, it's just kind of rounded up. There's the opposite side of where you showed up, though. There seems to be like a sheer kind of like drop-off made of sand and gravel, and it's just kind of like this steep pile on the one side. It's about 20 feet high. And that seems to be aside from the black rocks at the top of the hill, that seems to be the only discernible feature on the hill.
Does this area smell any different?
Not really. No, it just kind of smells like you're near a forest. You kind of smell like the dead leaves and stuff like that. Nothing out of the ordinary.
I would like to investigate the rock at the top.
You go up to the top and you see that the rocks are actually laid out. There are two kind of sitting on top that are about equal distance apart. There's one about 10 feet below that one, and the rocks, they're about 6 feet wide, and they're kind of like square shaped, roughly weathered down. So there are two that are right beside each other, one that's kind of in the middle of them but a little bit lower, and then a whole bunch of them seem to be put together to make a U. Kind of looking from the top, if you look down, if you were to look up from above, you would think they would kind of look like a jack-o'-lantern smiley face.
Are there no markings on the rock?
No, they're just pure black. It's weird. They're almost like they almost look like obsidian, but not quite as hard.
I don't know what to make of it.
Maybe the old man had dementia in his old age.
Well, we could go and look
I
around
start
in
to,
that
like-
gravel pile.
Look really angry as I white knuckle grip the axe.
I mean no offense, it's just he was really old.
We're all really old.
It's
You ain't
true.
no spring chicken yourself.
It's here, all right. Haven't come all this way just to turn back now.
Maybe the entrance is buried behind that sand and gravel on the other side of the hill.
Go check it out. Yeah.
Okay, that side is about 100 feet wide, left to right.
And the black rocks are above it on the cliff top?
Yeah, on top of it, yeah.
Alright, well, underneath the black rocks, on like the face of the cliff, I'm gonna start poking around with my javelin. Like straight into the wall.
You jab with your pole. You don't seem to find anything. You just kind of go like shoulder height and just like start jabbing in. It just kind of like stops about 3 inches into the sand.
There's nothing here.
It's gotta be here. Master wouldn't send me on a wild goose chase with his last request.
I will take a look at some of these rocks, see if anything is off about them, anything interesting.
Okay,
This
roll
whole time-
investigation.
This whole time
Alright.
I'm just walking around poking the ground with my staff,
Nat
getting
20.
frustrated.
The rocks, when you look at the rocks, you obviously can tell someone had placed those somewhere on purpose, but the way that they've been placed on the ground, you kind of nudge them around a little bit as much as you can. They seem to only seem to be there for like decoration, almost.
Well, these rocks weren't always here. Someone put them here.
I'll continue poking the wall with my stick.
Okay, so like the thing about this dungeon, guys, is that you got to make sure that you're very specific in where you're going to be looking for stuff.
Well, I started from the center. I'm just slowly walking left and just keep jabbing forward into the wall.
So you're just jabbing about shoulder height still? You're just going to the
waist
left?
height, shoulder height, just poking the wall.
So yeah, you're just
Spear height.
poking the wall, going all the way to the left, and you find absolute nothing.
I kind of wiped the sweat off of my head. This
I'm
is
gonna go
not worth it.
the other end and cast Earth Tremor.
Oh,
Earth Tremor, could you show me that one again?
Start banging on my drums.
You get over there. Some of the sand actually kind of falls through, and you can actually see there is a small hole on that seems to be kind of poking out about 15 feet off the wall. There seems to be a small hole that is appearing on the left side of the hill. And it's just kind of like a little sinkhole, kind of how you know how like sand, if there's a place for it to fall in, it kind of displaces.
Doug, you could not have done that earlier.
Sorry, guys. My drums needed a bit of a tightening. They weren't gonna make the boom boom I needed them to.
Well, I guess we start digging underneath where that place opened up, trying to get higher or make the hole bigger.
Yeah, if you're digging underneath, you realize that you're basically digging into a rock wall. You have to actually kind of like climb your way up a little ways up the wall and start actually digging, like I said, around 15 feet above where you guys are standing. And you start to see there is a small crawl space starting to open up your eyes.
Getting too old for this shit.
I thought it was a sheer sandy cliff. How could you climb it?
You guys get creative. I don't know.
Someone stands on top of the Goliath's shoulders.
Yeah, the Goliath would be able to reach up pretty close to getting up there.
I'm bored out of my mind, Oren. Hoist me up, I'll go in first.
Alright. There's no drugs in there, at least.
Oh, I already took some before I went in, so I'm ready.
Well, if there are, he'll be the one to find them.
I'm gonna drop you guys on.
Oh my god!
Alright, so, Deermude, you can see this corridor, and now you can actually see this corridor. At the end of the corridor, you see 2 stone doors. What would you like to do?
Guys, there's 2 doors up here and a long hallway, and that's about it. Looks like we have to journey deeper.
Help me up.
I'll reach down and try and pull this big muscly man up.
Yeah, I'd say you could do it with enough effort. Kind of Winnie the Pooh's for a second because he's so much bigger than you. And he gets but instead it's his massive fucking shoulders.
Alright, when I climb through, my suspiciously still jet black hair falls off, revealing a really balding comb over.
I gasp.
It was a wig.
Whoever would have guessed?
Oh, I'm so ashamed.
We'll just put the wig back on.
I do. Then I reach back out of the hole and get ready for the next person to help.
I throw up after I see what I saw.
Just toxic.
Onzo is trying desperately not to laugh.
I
That
try
was
to
too dumb to even have noticed.
Okay, what you guys doing?
I try to take like a running step up the wall.
Okay, so yeah, Damien, you get pulled up.
I'll head in as well.
You can all enter if you so choose.
I'm gonna need a hand, boys.
Keep checking for traps.
Alright, so we're all up on the entrance here, but just standing right at the start of this tunnel.
Okay.
I took a couple steps ahead, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, so we're all in that position there. Nothing has happened so far.
And my guy is fairly careless, so he's probably just gonna waltz right up to the door.
Okay. So you walk up to the door. When you get to be about... as soon as you get to about here...
He does.
Sorry. As soon as you get to about there, the floor underneath you shifts. You can feel it shifts ever so slightly, and you hear like a clicking noise. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh
Lord.
boy.
Click on your tokens first, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like how I still get to go before Craig.
Fuck you.
Alright, so, Damien, you actually hear or see the little shift in the movement as the platform gives a little bit way to the step of Diamir. Something doesn't quite seem right, you get feeling. What would you like to do?
I yell out to Deermood, that tile shifted. That doesn't seem good, you should probably run away.
well, I know.
And I look around at the walls to see if, like, anything else is moving.
Roll a quick perception check. This will be your action.
God. I'm not perceptive.
Nothing seems to have changed.
Alright. So, I guess for my movement, I just kind of duck, just in case.
Okay, yeah, so you get down low.
Like squatting, not prone, though.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, making yourself a smaller target. Okay, Doug, you see that there seems to be something not quite right.
I'm going to sprint forward, and
Okay.
and I am going to grab Deermood.
Okay. Are you taking this grapple willingly?
Yes.
Okay. You are now grappled by Doug.
Well, I would be like holding him, like around him as much as I can be.
Can you
Okay.
even make it to me and grapple me?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
he was.
that far.
Doug was right there, so it's within. He was exactly within 30 feet. Oh, 25 feet.
25 feet, yeah. And yeah, that's my action.
Okay. So Slash at this point seems like after every 6 seconds would have happened here, you can actually see right over here, right next to Oran, a piece of the wall has now moved out about a foot, and it is currently moving to the, from your point of view, to the right, from Doug's point of view to the left.
Everybody in! It's closing!
What if we can't get out?
Got teleportation magic.
Figure it out later.
All right.
And I'm gonna run in.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
You run in.
At this point, I'm old enough and fulfilled enough in life that if I die, I die.
It's Anzo's turn.
Alright. I'm just gonna slowly walk in as I play my banjo. Just not giving, like, too much of a fuck. Oh no, it's slowly closing.
So, like, every 6 seconds, it seems to move about 6 inches. At this point, it's starting to get really close to Oran. What do you want to do?
Well, Damien, it's in or out. And I walk in.
Deermood, what are you doing? Just embracing the hug?
It's been a long time since I've been hugged. You're very warm. No, that's not where this is going.
No, I mean, it was sad, is all. It was so sad.
No, I thought everyone was starting to take it that I started getting hard or something here.
No, it was just, I felt for
most
you.
of us are bards.
And I hug Doug back. And I'm like 8 inches taller than him, so I kind of have to like bend over a little bit.
Okay. Now, as soon as that happens, where the door was originally closing very slowly, you hear this loud creaking noise, and a huge slam as it just rushes off, closes off the area directly behind you. So this area is now, this wall just pushed in right in front of you, Damien, and you just felt the whoosh of the air, and all this dust kicks up. Everyone's kind of choking and coughing. This dust kicked up. And there is now a wall stuck between you guys, and Damien is kind of forced to the outside. Everything seems to have stopped at this point. You now have a wall right across this way.
It's doomed for him. Let's go in.
I can't see a thing. So
Yeah,
turn on
it
the
is-
lights.
Can
It
you
is
guys
now
hear me?
completely dark. Those are basically the only two people that can see stuff right now. Well, Damien can see stuff because there's still light coming in. Doug and Deermood. Let's see. Okay,
Okay,
so
so
on.
dancing
What told me,
lights.
Doug?
Okay. Is there any flavor for the dancing lights that you wanna?
Yeah, they look kind of like will-o-wisps, like kind of like the weird lights you'd see in the swamp.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they're a little bit creepy. They give off enough light that you guys can see.
Yep, they're like this kind of dull green.
Damien, you cannot hear a word they're saying at this point.
I thought they were gonna look like fireflies in jars, you fucking redneck.
Can I cast a message to Damien?
Yes. Cast message.
Are you alive?
I can respond to message, right?
Yep.
You can
yes.
respond to the message.
Yeah.
Yes, but I can't get through, or at least I haven't tried to figure out a way yet.
Why don't you just cast Dimension Door?
That's on the list.
We'll call that Plan D.
That's planned after we look for another way to open the door.
But Damien would have been able to hear that because message works for
Yes, that's right.
Corin right now.
I'll crack my knuckles and be like, I know how to open the door. And then I attempt to get my fingers between the wall and slide the door back open.
There is no seam. It is basically, there's no place for you to fit your finger. Fortunately.
Especially your big sausage fingers.
Yeah.
Doug is just gonna run forward and take one massive swing at it. Or
All right.
both of his.
Roll an attack. you just bounce right off and fall flat on your ass.
Wall's too big, boys.
You did hear a little thud off of that, but like just a little bit of a thud, very muffled.
I try to cast Reduce on the stone door.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it. This is one large stone, and it goes down about half the size, and it's kind of it's fucking weird.
It works entirely
No,
how you
I'd
decide
say-
it works.
Yeah, I would say, it does work. It does shrink down, pulled a little ways back in wall a little bit because of that.
So it's now small enough that I can just run past the opening.
Yeah, for 1 minute.
All right. Well, I say that works, and I run in.
Nice of you to join us, Slowpoke.
Big
All
now.
right,
I take the wall.
Now would you guys like to?
What kind does the door look like? Is there a handle? Does it have to be like slid open or?
There seems to be handles on.
Well, the door that I am in front of, I am going to check for traps because I am terrified of what I just saw.
Roll and investigate.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be trapped.
I'm gonna try it then.
Okay. You pull on the door, and the door opens up. Reveal the mortared wall. Completely blends right in with the wall surrounding it. Looks like this just appears to be a door that goes nowhere.
It's a real fake door.
I tap on the wall that's behind the door. Is it actually wall or is it an illusion?
Roll investigation check. It's not an illusion.
Oh
It's
my
actually
god, I'm getting better.
seems to just be a wall.
Okay.
You want to try the other door?
You know what? Sure. Check it for traps, I guess.
Roll an investigation check.
Oh my god.
Seems to be untrapped.
I am going to give him inspiration.
Oh,
it's good
okay.
to see you, Dermot, doing something again. And I slap him on the back. It's like, you've got this. I believe in you.
Okay, so you can roll that investigation with what is it you guys have now?
I
10s?
think it's
Yeah,
inspiration.
D10.
D10, yeah.
Okay.
So I add a d10 to this?
Yep, yeah, so just roll a d10 and add it on top.
Oh.
Nice.
Boom.
It does
I was
not
feeling
seem to
this
be
vibe.
trapped.
Okay, I'll try and open it.
Alright, you open it, you see the mortared wall once again.
I'm gonna try and tap this wall.
You've got about 15 seconds left on your spell.
I'm gonna tap on this wall and see if it's real wall as well.
Poke everything with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, I mean, we're stuck in this tiny corridor. Something's gotta be fake here.
Or this was a fake entrance into the dungeon and we're
Or
trapped for
that's true.
That would be awesome.
We'll all die of starvation.
Yeah, but yeah, what do you guys want to do? So you've got about 15 seconds. I got distracted with the dancing lights. 15 seconds, and the reduce spell is going to be up.
I investigated that wall with a 17.
Oh, the one behind the door?
Yeah.
just appears to be a wall.
Oh.
I'm gonna hit the one in front of me.
Okay, at this point, as you guys are doing this more, the wall grows back to the same size that it was before, behind. You rolled for an attack. It hits, but it doesn't seem to really do that much damage to the wall.
I want to investigate the thing that came out and see if it actually was just like a fucking door that came out that we have to be on the side to open or something dumb.
What do you mean? Sorry.
I want to see if it is anything but just a solid rock.
Roll investigation. It seems to be a solid rock.
Alright, I vote you cast that teleportation circle and we call this adventure done. Let's wrap it up here with Trap.
We could really YOLO it and just dimension door 500 feet behind the wall here.
I can only bring one person with me though.
I mean, I know dimension door too.
Inspecting this
I
wall
also
on the right side.
also have it.
Sorry, you're inspecting which wall?
The wall I'm standing by.
Roll perception check or investigation check. Choose.
Holy moly! Well, there's nothing here, boys.
Fucking trapped.
Alright,
You guys seem to be stuck in a corridor.
guys, stand back. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna shake the ground
Holy
again.
shit.
Maybe...
Don't do that, you might kill us all.
Yeah, it might collapse. Never thought of that.
Well,
Alright.
I don't know.
I vote we systematically inspect every tile of the wall one at a time so that nobody can miss something.
I was gonna say we should try the floor, maybe.
You guys spend like 20 minutes in here pushing on every single tile or every single portion of the wall that you can find. Nothing seems to happen.
What does this wall look like? Is just flat stone?
It's just flat stone. It's roughly worked and mortared. You got a 10-foot high ceiling.
What about? Is there anything on the ceiling that I can see?
No, it basically looks just like the walls do.
What about the tile that caused the door to close? Can it still be moved?
You step on it, and you see that it still has a little bit of a give it to it, but not like it did before. Like it looks like this got triggered, and that seems to be that. It looked like it's a one-time deal.
Well, earthquake it.
Get stand back a little bit.
I'm gonna be super ready to cast dimension doors in case everyone runs.
Same. I will grab the person to my right.
I'll grab Orin.
I see how it
All right.
is.
You cast Earth Tremor. I'm guessing that you probably would stand back as well, I would think, because...
Yeah, I guess I can go 10 feet, so...
Yeah.
I can
So,
go
yeah,
there.
you cast it. Ground shakes a little bit. You see just this little bit of rumbling. It seems to happen. It's just... You see a little bit of the tiles crack a little bit, just from the shaking, but nothing seems to...
Alright, somebody play a tasty guitar riff.
I'll
Maybe we gotta perform for the door to make it open.
Power rock.
I'm gonna light one of my candles and see if there's a draft coming from anywhere.
Okay, roll a perception check.
All right. Oh,
Messing themselves.
Can't tell. The flame just, to you, it just like it looks like it's flickering very, very like non-distinctly. What you don't realize is that you're looking too closely at the candle and you're breathing on it a little bit, and it's throwing off the draft a little bit.
I think we need to do a performance, boys. We need to convince the cave that we're worthy of entering.
Yep. I want to try the acoustics in here.
Everybody roll a performance check that wants to take part in this jam session in the middle of this corridor.
Even the manager's gonna take part with his bagpipes.
Ooh, he's gonna kill it.
God, bagpipes in this tiny enclosed room would be so fucking loud.
Yeah, what is Lizard Boy? You're not taking part.
It's just
Stop playing the banjo the entire trip.
Okay.
Now you're not gonna play.
So you guys, those of you guys that play, you have this jam session, and you know what? It feels like the old days, and it's kind of refreshing. You guys are surprised on your trips. You were in such a hurry to get here. You never actually just jammed out, but you know it feels good. It lightens the mood a little bit. Nah, the cave does not react, or the corridor does not react in fire form.
Oh,
So
how about
when
with
I have
an
to
added
remember-
banjo?
With the added banjo, it's just like the last little cherry on top for your jam session, but it doesn't make a difference. It's the corridor seems unmoved.
I stand there
we
clapping.
leave.
Well, shit, boys.
Perhaps this is the wrong entrance.
I'm gonna take another swing at the closing door.
Okay, roll an attack. Roll damage. You take a big swing at this door, and you hit pretty good. And you didn't fall on your ass this time. Even with the 7 bludgeoning damage, it looks like barely scuffed.
Alright,
Oh,
we
yeah.
teleport back home. We try to find some information about this tomb and then come back.
That's what I should have done instead of spending all day looking at that jukebox.
Yeah, I kind of regret cleaning the room now when we could have researched this place.
I mean, no one said we were scholars.
You're not wrong.
Oh, I think I'm about to use Dimension Door and get the fuck out of here.
That's what I'm thinking.
Alright, Orin, come here. Grab my hand. And I'm gonna cast Dimension Door.
Okay. And you just pop out, just on the ground outside the corridor, and see the sand hasn't moved since you guys went out. It just seems to be the little crawl hole.
Alright, I'm gonna crawl out, and then I guess before I go down to the ground, I'm gonna see if there's any other crawl spaces that are close by, maybe within range.
As far as you can tell, you don't see any around here.
Okay, I'm gonna go all the way down to the ground then.
I will also dimension door out. Who needs a ride?
Just pick one of them that isn't me.
Alright, Lizard Man, let's go.
Alright, whoa!
And then I take Slash, our boy.
Alright. So you guys make it out of the corridor. Seemingly survived the first trap laid by
Boruzo.